Let's look at another conversion that involves a rate. If you're traveling down the highway at 60 miles per hour, have you ever wondered how many feet you're covering every second? Well, we're going to figure that out by using dimensional analysis to convert our units of measure from miles per hour to feet per second. And that's going to take us knowing some equivalences. Well, we need to go from miles to feet and then from hours to seconds. Well, let's deal with the time first. Now, we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, and we know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So we can use these two equivalences to create two conversion fractions that can get us from having hours in the denominator to having seconds in the denominator. So I'm going to take this first equivalence and write my first conversion fraction. So I want the hours to go away, so hours has to go in the numerator, and I'll have minutes in the denominator. Then I'll put in a second conversion fraction that will get me from minutes to seconds. So now I need to cancel the minutes that are there in the denominator and replace that with seconds in the denominator. So now, when I put the numbers in, 1 hour goes with 60 minutes, 1 minute goes with 60 seconds. And so now the hours will cancel, the minutes will cancel, and in the denominator we have seconds, which is what we want to have in our finished answer. So now we know how many miles per second. If we stopped right here, and did the arithmetic, we'd know how many miles per second we were traveling. But we want to know how many feet per second. So we have to use the equivalence that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Did you remember that equivalence? Did you learn that at some point in time in your mathematics history? So we want miles to disappear, so we need to have miles in the denominator of our conversion fraction. We want feet to end up in the numerator, so feet will have to be in the numerator of that conversion fraction. And 1 goes with mile when 5,280 goes with feet. So the miles will cancel, and look at the dimension we have left here in the numerator, it's feet. Look at the dimension we have left here in the denominator, it's seconds, which is the rate that we wanted, feet per second. If you're going 60 miles per hour, how many feet per second is that? And this is the arithmetic we need to do. So, well, one of those 60s will cancel, won't they? 60 will go into 60 one time. We can cancel one of the 60s. So it just ends up being 5,280 divided by 60. And 60 won't go into 5, it won't go into 2, as far as going into 50, into 528. It would go in 8 times. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 6 is 48. Oh, that turned out kind of nice. 480, well, that was 8, wasn't it? 8 times 60 gives us 480. That came out even. That was kind of nice that it did that. So 88 feet per second is the equivalent speed to going 60 miles per hour. So that when you're going 60 miles per hour, every second your vehicle has traveled 88 feet. That's why they always talk about stopping distance and how important it is to think about how far you are behind the vehicle in front of you in case they should slam on their brakes. So this particular conversion took us 3 conversion fractions to get from the miles per hour unit of measure to the feet per second. But again, I used this dimensional analysis. I set it up so the dimensions canceled and left me with the dimensions I wanted. And the process really wasn't as difficult as it might have seemed to be.